What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. So today's video is going to be about Plasti-Dipping, or dipping your logos. I'm going to be dipping my Hyundai logos today. So as you can see, you have this giant chrome Hyundai badge up front, and I'm just going to try to make it look a little, I don't know, more integrated and less in your face with the chrome, and kind of match the front look a little bit better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this Dip Your Car Hyper Dip. Get it from dipyourcar.com. And this one is, I believe it's piano black. So the reason why I'm going with a gloss black is I think it will match the accents a little bit better, but I'm assuming it's not going to be like a true gloss black, and it's probably going to be a little bit more of a satin. But we'll see. It'll be interesting to see. But what's great about this stuff, of course, is if you don't love the way it comes out, you just peel it off and you're good to go. So we'll be doing the, like I said, the front emblem, and then we're also going to be doing the back emblem as well over here. And so what you need to do is obviously get yourself some kind of Plasti-Dip or whatever hyper dip I guess they call this. You're also going to need some like alcohol wipes, some kind of alcohol to clean off the badge to make sure that it's completely clean. Before we even do that, I just have some dish soap, a little bit of dish soap on a wet rag, and I'll just wipe that off. And then what I'm going to use is this. Basically, this is like plastic wrap that you can, wrap stuff in when you're shipping. But I'm going to cover the car pretty much like probably halfway up the hood with this, and just have the logo or the emblem exposed, so that I don't get any overspray on the rest of the car, and that way it'll just be isolated. The dip will just be isolated around the logo, or I keep calling it a logo, emblem, you know what I mean, and then we won't have to deal with getting any of the dip off of the other areas of the car. So let me get this strapped upon my head, and I'm just going to walk you through the whole thing. Alright guys, so as I explained, I'm just going to wipe off and around the emblem here, make sure that it's cleaned off of any debris or dirt. This one's a little bit dirtier over here. Just get in all those little cracks. The dirt really likes to hide in there. Alright, there we go, that's pretty good. Then we'll just grab a towel, make sure it's dried off here. Okay, so we got those dried. We're going to hit it with the wipes here. You want to make sure that it is not too cold out or too hot. You want to make sure also that it is not too humid out. So today's a beautiful spring day here in Tennessee. It's about mid-70s, sunny, and not too humid. So it's a good day to do this. It also says not to do it in direct sunlight, so that's why we're doing it in the garage. But you can see here, I'm just using an alcohol wipe, going around the emblem, making sure that we get any kind of dirt and debris off, so that this has a nice surface to stick to. Okay. That's pretty good. Looks nice and clean. No oils from the fingers on it. Okay. So the surfaces are clean. Now, like I said, this is what I'm going to use. You guys can use whatever you have. Most people are probably going to have paper or newspaper. You can just tape it to it or whatever. I'm going to use this. I'm just going to kind of stick it to the car over here, and I might actually have to tape it, we'll see, but no, we'll be okay. Alright, so just need to make sure I get it closer to the hood here. What I might end up doing is just taping, putting some painter's tape over it too. Again, I'm just trying to make sure that I don't get overspray all over the car that I have to try to clean off later. So this should help with keeping it off the car. So I'll spare you guys the commentary while I'm doing this and just kind of probably do a quick time lapse of this so you don't have to listen to me complain about how not fun this is to do. Okay guys, so I have the front done. You can see I have the plastic over the front of the car, and then I taped with painter's tape just around the emblem. And then so once this is all coated, I'll take this off and I'll be able to peel it and just have this little area that I'll have to peel off instead of a bunch of overspray. You want to have a nice fine line that you can kind of get your fingernail underneath or a toothpick or something to start peeling it. So we got the front done. We're going to move to the back and get the back done. Okay guys, you can see now I have the back one covered as well. Here is the backup camera, so you definitely want to make sure that that is completely covered, and actually it's right on the edge, so I'm going to add another extra piece there just to make sure that nothing gets on that backup camera, so I don't have to try to go and remove it later. So this one will just make a little bit closer to the edge of the emblem. Won't be a big deal, so long, like I said, as long as there's a straight edge, then you're good. You can see I've got where there would be any kind of overspray covered, and I don't think I need to go any higher than that. I'm not going to get too crazy with this. So as they say, prep is really the most important part when it comes to painting. This is obviously not paint, but it's put on essentially the same way. So what we're going to do is we're going to shake this for about a minute, get that little ball going and get it all mixed up. And then just to double check what it says here, I want to make sure that I did read it right. I believe it's 3 to 4 very light coats. Yes. So apply, it says 4 to 6 inches from surface. Apply 3 to 4 light dust coats. Sorry for my gnarly finger here. I don't know what's going on with this finger, but it's disgusting. 3 to 4 light coats, and it says it's important to avoid surface defects to do that. After you do that, apply 6 to 8 coats using wet overlapping passes. I think we're pretty good here. So we're going to start our first coat 6 inches away from it, a light coat, dusting basically. See how it goes. So let's test it out. Okay, so that's it. I mean, you can see how light that is. That's all we're going to do for the very first coat. We're going to let it dry and then we'll hit it again. So let's go to the back. There you go. Looks pretty good. Now this one I'm probably going to have to get down a little bit further to make sure that I'm hitting all the angles. This one is basically like right at the perfect angle for you to spray standing up. That one in back has definitely got more of a downward slope. You can see because of the trunk line here. So this will be a better angle. I'll almost be shooting a little bit up at it. But we're going to let this coat dry. I'm going to give it a minute or two, and then we'll go back and do coat number 2. All right, guys, coat number 1's dried, so we're going to hit it with coat number 2. Again, 6 inches, light coat. All right, coat number 2. All right, guys, we're ready to hit coat number 3. All right, guys, we're getting ready to hit number 4. So this is the last of the light layers. Go. trying to just get everything covered. You can see that's what it's looking like after hitting it with all the light layers of dip. Let's go do the back now. All right, so that's the last of the light coats. Let's see how it's coming out on the back, and then we'll start the heavy coats after this once this dries. All right guys, it's time for the first wet coat. So I'm just getting this shook up, and then we're gonna lay it on pretty thick without getting drips, and we're gonna do 3 to 4 coats of this, I believe. Maybe it's 5 to 6, I can't remember what it said, but let's hit up the first one and see how it comes out. All right, so that's pretty good, I think, for the first coat of thick, and then we'll come back and, like I said, do multiple coats. Let's get the back now. All right, looks good. Let that dry. All right, guys, I spared you the spraying a million times, but I just put on the last heavy coat, and now I'm going to start peeling the plastic away, so that I can just get it to this this little area here. Here we go, just pulling it away. You can see looking pretty good, nice and thick. And yeah, I said when I was watching a video about someone doing this, they said peel away from the edges, so that's exactly what I'm doing. So cool. We'll start peeling it and see where this leads us. Okay, hopefully it'll start pulling away from the edge there, and that's exactly what it's doing. Looks pretty good so far. Gonna start pulling it away. Alright, not too bad. So, just might just kind of take my fingernail and kind of push in some of these edges that aren't perfect. Let's see if we can kind of just tuck it in there, make it as nice as you can, but not too shabby so far. Not too shabby. I watched a video of a guy doing this, so we'll see how it works. But basically, he just poked right in the middle, kind of created a little bit of a hole. There we go. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, that started a nice line there. Again, you want to pull away from it. Very nice. I gave a nice clean line there. So it's a little challenging getting it started, but once you get it started, it comes off pretty easily. So we'll try doing the top center now. Well, of course my GoPro died as I was filming this, but I just continued to doing what I was doing, using the toothpick to get the middle started and then peeling away. And here is the final result. I think it looks pretty dang good. And as expected, not true gloss, but a little shinier than just matte. So I'd say it's almost a satin. I think it looks really good. So not bad for, I don't know, it was like $12 or $13 for the Plasti-Dip and a couple hours of work. But now that we got that done, it's time to fix this end so it matches that a little better. So I gotta go find my end, figure out what I did with it, and then I'll show you how I'm gonna apply that to replace this one. All right guys, I found my end. So I ordered this off of I think eBay. Not 100% sure. I think it was eBay, and it was pretty cheap. I want to say maybe $8 or $9, but pretty decent quality. It is a little bit bigger. It looks like just a hair bigger than the chrome one. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some painter's tape. I'm going to mark right along the edge of the top and the bottom, and probably mark the left edge, because I don't think I want it going any further to the edge of the trunk. So I'll mark that left edge, and then that should give us pretty much a perfect placement for the end on there. All right guys, you can see how I use the masking tape or the painter's tape to go right along the edge of the end, so when I take this off, I'll know exactly where to position the new end. All right guys, so I got the end off. You can see here, I used the hair dryer, then I used some floss and just doubled it up, and now I got to remove this. I should be able to peel most of this off. I might have to heat it up a little bit more, and then I'll use some Goo Gone and get it nice and cleaned off, and then we'll position the new one. All right guys, got all the adhesive off. I just used a tiny little bit. Well, actually what I did is I heated it up some more with their hair dryer, just kind of used the edge of my finger, a microfiber, got all of the residue off except for a little bit, used some Goo Gone, got all of it off, and then I just used an alcohol pad and cleaned that off. So it's nice, good surface to start putting this on. So I'm going to put on the backing. I'm gonna stick it on, take the tape off, and we'll see how it looks. All right guys, here's the finished product. Looks really good. Look how good it matches. I love the way that this looks. The whole car just looks, it just looks right now. And especially with the black wheels, just really completes the look. Super happy with this. Let me know what you guys think. I'm not completely done with the back. I have one more idea that I might take a stab at, but for now, I'm loving it. So, not bad for a couple hours on a afternoon, and I don't know, maybe $25 completely invested in there. So, I'll show you the front. A little less dramatic in the front, but that is a big H up there, so I think it looks a lot better without it being chrome. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any questions at all, of course, leave it in the comments, and like and subscribe. Till the next video, peace out.